Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to our last week of e-learning. I decided to come back to the classroom so you could see it again throughout our videos today. And we're going to start with our last story we are going to read with Reading Street. It is Unit 6, Week 6. I skipped to the last story because it was another one about things you might see outside in springtime or in nature. And our topic this week is going to be all about ants. So I'm going to show you your amazing words, your vocab words here on our big poster and talk about them, and then we're going to read our short little book. So our first word is colony. Now a colony is a group of animals that live together, okay? A colony, they work together, they live together to build nests. An ant colony is a group of animals that work and live together. Here they are. You can see in this picture they are building their nest. And that's the word colony. You say it. All right. The next word is going to be the word underground. Now underground is the level below the surface. So here's like the surface right here of where the ground would be, where you would have plants and things growing above it. Well, underground means it's below the surface. So everything that the ants build here is all underground. You say the word underground. It's a compound word. Underground. Underground. All right. What other animals live underground? Can you think of any besides ants? What do you think? Do snakes live underground? Do they make a tunnel that goes underground? That's one, and there's several others. Okay, so we've got colony and underground. The next one we're going to do is twigs. And here's a picture of twigs right there. You can see it. You know what twigs are. Twigs are small branches or sticks. Twigs help keep the rain out of the ant's nest. They take it and they build it on top. Above ground, they'll use the twigs to cover where their home is being built underground to keep the rain out. Now, why do you think the ants bring twigs over and not branches? Why do you think they use twigs? Think about how little an ant is. Now they can do a lot when they all work together, when they use cooperation, but they can only pull like twigs over. They won't be able to pull over big heavy logs or branches because they're too small. Okay, so twigs. The next one is pebbles. Pebbles are small stones that are usually smooth and round. It's the rocks right there. So they're called pebbles because they're usually small and they're smooth and they are round. Not like big chunky rocks that you might see that are sharp or rough around the edges. Okay? And pebbles help keep the other animals out of the ants' home as well. So they will make sure when they choose a spot to build their home, they might choose a spot where there's lots of pebbles, and then they can sneak in between the cracks and build their home underground, because then they don't have to cover it up. The pebbles are already there to cover it up to keep other animals out. All right? So we have colony, underground, twigs, and pebbles. We have two more. The next one is chambers. Now, chambers are the rooms that they make, these little holes with the rooms. So the chamber is a room. They build tunnels, and then they build like a oval shape of a chamber of which room is what. So probably the queen ant lives in one chamber, and they might store food in another chamber. So the chambers are the rooms. The last word is the word silk. Now, silk is that shiny string that the ants can make, and it can be kind of a little bit sticky too, and shiny and smooth. There's another animal that might use silk. A spider, like a spider's web uses silk to make the web. Well, the ants use it too to help protect their home. So those are your words this week. I want you to cheer for them when you hear them in your song or your videos. I'm going to read our short little book, and we'll also do our review where we try to put these words into a sentence. Now, some ants can make this silk and just like spiders can, and it's that thin, sticky fiber. Okay, so I want you to remember that. Silk, twigs, pebbles, chambers, underground, and colony, a group of ants. All right, let's go ahead and read our story. It's called Ants Build, and it's another one by Katie Burke. You can see the ants there carrying the leaves up this branch, and it's crazy how they just use their legs to hold it all up. Ants build. You say it. Ants build. Ants build with sand. Ants build with sticks. Look at that, they're carrying that stick. Very cool. Ants build with leaves. Ants build with pebbles. Those are those smooth, small rocks. Ants build tunnels. And after they build that tunnel, remember, they'll make a chamber, a room. Ants build nest. So, I would like you, when it gets nice this week, go outside, and I want you to play I Spy and find an ant colony working and building together. You can sometimes find them by your driveway, by your garden, out in your backyard, your front yard. Watch them. I don't want you to step on them. I don't want you to hurt them. I want you to watch them. It is so cool to watch them scamper across the ground, carrying things, working together. Ants are a great colony to show you how you can work and cooperate together. Okay, so let's use these words to try to fill in my blank with my sentences. All right, remember you have colony, underground, chambers, pebbles, twigs, and silk. All right, which word? A prairie dog's burrow has tunnels and blank. What word? Tunnels and chambers. A prairie dog's burrow has tunnels and chambers. Ants live in a large group called a colony. Water had made the blank smooth and round. What's smooth and round? Pebbles. Water had made the pebbles smooth and round. Like some ants, some spiders can make, do you remember? Silk. Like many ants, earthworms live. Where do earthworms live? Underground. Another animal that would live underground. After the storm, the ground was covered with blank and branches. So branches and what else? After a storm, you'll see lots of twigs. After the storm, the ground was covered with twigs and branches. So, I hope you enjoyed learning about ants and their colonies and how they get around and make their nest and home. And I will read you our big book story after this video, and you can use this with your worksheet to fill out. All right, happy Monday.